of this, as indicated in the previous meetings, was to just provide you with a little 3-minute overview of what the departments do in the city. My department is the Community Development Department, and it is comprised of 3 divisions. It's the Planning Division, the Building Division, and the Code Enforcement Division. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you what our day-to-day duties are because they are encumber a lot of things. I actually just want to show you some of the responsibilities and customer service levels that they provide to this community that basically may not be recognized. What I'd like to do is start off with code enforcement. They're the ones that are out in the field the most, and we have a couple of things out there that we do that people may not know about. One is our abandoned and inoperative vehicle abatement program. The city actually will remove an abandoned or inoperative vehicle from a residence or business free of charge, and this is a service that we provide to the residents of this community. Therefore, if there is a car that you've had on your property that is no longer being utilized and you don't know how to get rid of it, you can actually contact us and we will help you fill out that necessary DMV paperwork and get it removed from your property free of charge. In 2012, the city abated 132 vehicles, and that example you see on the screen is an example that just recently happened last month. The other thing that our Code Enforcement Division does is that we remove signs from the public rights-of-way. This is a chronic problem in the city, as probably neighboring cities, and this is something that the council took a strong initiative of probably over 5-7 years ago. So every week this is something that we deal with. Last year in 2012, we removed 13,255 signs from our public right-of-way, and this is an ongoing issue for us. But I do need to recognize that there are some individuals that really help out the city in doing this. The Code Enforcement Division has 2 volunteers, and these 2 volunteers come into the city 3 times a week and work between 8 and 12, and they are continually doing these sweeps for us. And to let you know what a fabulous job that they are doing, of those 13,000 signs, 10,000 of those signs were removed by those 2 volunteers in the last year. They really relieved the burden of staff in having to do that for us. So they are greatly appreciated, and we truly do enjoy having them helping us out. The other thing that code enforcement does is that we are the division that's responsible for property maintenance. If you're living next door to somebody and they decide that they don't want to maintain their front yard, they want to let the grass overgrow, or they don't want to water it, and they decided, you know what, that parkway isn't for me and I just want to let it get a little hairy there, you call us and we go there and we start our property maintenance enforcement with them. We start with notices of violation and we try to get them to comply before we have to go down more stringent standards of having to issue citations. So that's an ongoing problem for us. Property maintenance is our #1 complaint here in the city. We log a lot of complaints from residents. You know how residents are. They cherish their property and their quality and their lifestyle, and this is an ongoing situation for us. We are also the person to contact if you have a green pool. The summer is coming, and these pools that are not being maintained or the properties are foreclosed, they turn green. You call us, we call Vector Control. Vector Control comes out there and sprays this nice film on top of the pool, and that's to prevent the mosquitoes from breeding in that area. What I want to let you know, in 2012, we opened up over 1,400 new code enforcement cases. And in 2012, we closed over 1,100 cases. And so what you can see, as soon as we're trying to close them, we're still opening new cases. And these cases could have been currently open from the previous year. So this is an ongoing situation for us. The last 2 divisions are the Planning and Building Division. Most of you know what the Planning Division does. Like earlier this evening, we bring to you large projects from developers. They're trying to get them entitled, and we're responsible for getting those entitled. However, we do other things as well. We have a public counter that is accessible to the public during City Hall hours. And at that counter, we provide over-the-counter permits. We also accept applications from developers and residents or businesses. And then we also accept plan checks. The Planning Division, last fiscal year, we took in 964 applications and or permits, and we issued over 1,100 garage sale permits. That is a really great activity. We actually have that permits you can get online. 50% of it are those that walk in. The other 50% are getting their garage sale permit online. So if you didn't know that you needed a garage sale permit, you definitely do. It's $10. It's really economical, and you get to have it 3 times a year. The building division last fiscal year issued over 1,900 building permits, and that does include new construction, but it also includes miscellaneous permits. If you're going to change out your water heater or your air conditioner, put up a patio cover, you definitely need a permit from us. So if you didn't know that, we do handle a lot of those miscellaneous permits. Both divisions in the last fiscal year, we serviced almost 12,000 customers that came to our public counter. That's telling you that we're servicing over 1,000 people a month within our lobby, and that is just at our counter. We have other counters within there as well that are also taking a heavy load of customers. But that's generally what we do on a day-to-day basis, and thank you for letting me share it with you.
I appreciate you sharing. It is just staggering, the number of signs when you figure that throughout the city. But I'm glad that we stay after it, and I appreciate the volunteers. And thank you for everything.